What's up, people?
It's a rolling, not a stop. Watch shit don't never stop.
What's up, people? Your boy, Mr. Trader Die here on this lovely Sunday night. You know, so someone asked me, why do I always use this Drake song nonstop? Because people, crypto is nonstop. That's why nonstop is the motto. Either that or we gonna make it. But seriously though, we call it nonstop because crypto is literally 24/7. It doesn't stop. Whereas, the stock market is 24/5. It's 24 hours. I'm sorry. It's not 24/5. The stock market is 5 days a week from 9 to 4. Forex is 24/5. Like Forex goes from Sunday 5 p.m. till Friday 5 p.m. So the thing with that, Forex is open like that. Now, crypto on the other hand, crypto does not stop. It literally is a 24/7 market. And that is why that song nonstop is the model for crypto. That is why. So on that note, we're going to talk about what we've been talking about, people, the good old metaverse. Now, I just cannot emphasize this. You want to get into this metaverse now while all these prices, all these coins, everything's at a low bargain. This is what you call a bargain. Everything's at a bargain right now. You really don't have to really like these prices you're not gonna see next year. I could bet that. I guarantee that. I'll buy that for $1, and you really would, because these prices you're not gonna see next year. Next year the market's gonna be at some just crazy rates. So now I tell people this crypto, imagine it like you're building a house. All right. You're building a house and you want to get in at the ground floor. That's the best analogy I could give people. You're building a house and you want to get there in the house on ground floor, because if you try to get to the house on the top floor, it's going to be room in that house, but it's going to be very expensive. So you want to get in now when they're building this foundation. Now, so all these games, all these projects, which is the good projects, which are bad projects? Well, the thing with this metaverse, we got good projects, we got bad projects. Well, no, I'm sorry, there is no bad projects. Just some projects are they're more developed than others. Like Mana, Sandbox, actually Sandbox, they dropped the beta. The actual game not going to drop to 2022, but still, that's more developed than the game, than the metaverse I'm talking about, Blocktopia. Blocktopia is still being created. So my thing with that, a lot of people say, well, what can I do? What can I do? Do your research. This is why the term do your own due diligence comes. This is why people say this, because you have to do your own due diligence. I could talk about the coin. I could tell you why I like it, but the reasons why I like something is not reasons why you like something. So on that note, you want to know the coins, because like this is metaverse. Everybody got a metaverse nowadays. Nike, Adidas, Disney, Facebook, and also it's important to understand that though Facebook is becoming meta, the Facebook metaverse isn't the only metaverse. Facebook is the biggest company in the world. It's the biggest social media company in the world. So Facebook metaverse is going to be exactly, Donovan. It's fire. It's going to be flame on, baby, flame on. So the Facebook metaverse is going to be the most famous metaverse. The Facebook metaverse is going to be like the New York Yankees of the metaverse, or the Lakers. It's the biggest, most famous team of the metaverse, but it's not the only metaverse. Oh, my man Jones is in the building. Oh, finally, nice. Oh, he went back off the screen. Wait till he come back. Yeah, but it's Jones. Did you there? All right. It's important to realize though that the Facebook metaverse is just the biggest metaverse. It's the most well-known metaverse. Okay. So once we establish the fact that there's multiple metaverses, then we can see there's different ways to invest. Now, like the Sandbox, that's his own metaverse. Mana, that's his own metaverse. The metaverse that I like though, people, let me go ahead and get it ready for you. All right. Just give me a minute to get my little screenshot ready. Now, again, you always want to do your due diligence on everything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a crypto enthusiast. I've been in crypto since 17, 2018, what have you. All right. Matter of fact, I can just do the screen share right on this whole screen. All right. What would you would you recommend dollar cost averaging for buying coins? Hey, that's a good question, Andre Butler. You know what? And my response to that, I'm gonna let Jones answer that, but I'm gonna give you my answer first. Here's how I see it. I see if you're buying crypto for the long run and you're just holding. See me, I'm a trader, but I'm assuming that majority of people they just buy and hold it for the long run. So my personal humble opinion, the dollar cost average, it doesn't matter like that because you're gonna hold it. Now, if you got a certain target that you want to sell at, or if you have certain targets, I would say, yeah, I guess you can average down your cost, but if you're just holding for the long run, I don't see why it's that big of a deal, to have your dollar cost average. Jones, how you feel about that?
I agree with you. If you plan on buying and holding, doesn't really matter. Um, I mean, well, it does. I mean, it depends on how active you are. So if you like the past week or so, the prices, or the past few days, the prices went 10, 20, 30%. So if you think that loss, or if those losses, that's not even a loss, but if those retracements of those negative values scare you, then yes, you can average in what your dollar cost to reduce your position, well, to obviously to gain your position size and reduce your overall risk. And then in the long term, it's going to go up anyway. So you're actually doing yourself a favor. So yes, you
Yeah.
can, but that's if you're an active trader. If you're not an active trader, then no, I wouldn't necessarily worry about.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're just gonna hold for the long run, you'll be good because the market's coming back. You
Yeah,
only lose money if you sell your position. That's when you lose. Right now, you haven't lost nothing.
and then also too for most traders, when the prices drop the way it do, we're just buying more because it's cheap. We don't even care, especially well for crypto.
Yeah,
We don't even care about no
yeah.
dollar cost averaging. We just see that it dropped 10, 20%. You know what I mean? So we're
Pop.
gonna go and get in there. Yeah, we're gonna get up in there for that 10, 20%, increase our position size or increase our deposit, and then let that 20% come back to a normal position. We still in game, we still got profits, you know what I mean? The best thing I can
Yeah,
say
because
is whenever
that's
you
the term buying on the dip.
yeah, whatever best thing I can say is whenever you trade, man, you need to write it down. Write down how much you put in there, what you put every single time. So when you do add to your position and or take out your money or whatever, you understand exactly where you're at. So you wouldn't necessarily say if I buy 100 sheep coin or whatever and it dropped 20%. Say I want to buy another sheep coin. So the first 100 sheep, I'm not, that's just sitting there doing its thing at that rate, at that price that I initially bought it at. The second sheep, that if I buy it for a cheap rate because it's 20% cheaper, that's how much I bought it at. So that factor is going to be different. My take profit for that one is going to be different than the first one. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm just going for
Understand?
20, 30, if I'm going for 20, 30%, that second investment, I'm just waiting for that 20 to 30 to come on up. So it all depends. But that's just me. So
That's a great point. That's a great point, Dre. So yeah, answer the question. So now we're gonna talk about this little coin that I've been looking at. Like I say now, don't just follow this. Do your own your due diligence, and all that goodness. But I really like this coin, and I've been posting this coin lately. We're gonna talk about Blocktopia. All right, now, so I just squared the whole thing. I went to Google, put in Blocktopia. All right, so first thing, Blocktopia. All right, so you know how like Sandbox, Mana, they're all towns. You got to go through a town. Well, Blocktopia it's a skyscraper. It's a 21-foot skyscraper. So is it gonna be as big and just because a lot of these games you just wander around trying to find stuff. Blocktopia, matter of fact, come to this one right here, it's a place where you can learn about crypto, you can earn crypto, you can play while you're in Blocktopia, and you can create NFTs. Like this is shaping up to be like a all-in-one metaverse. As I do more research and I look more at it, this is looking like Sandbox and Mana, but way at the beginning. It's like Sandbox and Mana last year in 2020 or 20 earlier this year. And yeah, blockchain, Blocktopia. It's built on a Polygon chain too, right? Let's open this up.
Yeah, it's
You
built
can
on the
see,
Polygon network.
yeah, it's on the Polygon network, and it got a lot of backing. You see all the backing it got. Like,
Yeah, last time we talked, when I talked about it a few weeks ago, they they actually got a couple more projects that came down the pipeline.
yeah. All right, so these are all part of the reblock. So land and Blocktopia is called a block, so it's the coin. It's funny. So the reblock is getting land, and look at all these people that support this. Like, this is gonna be big. I really think this is gonna be big. So I'm gonna come off the screen share real quick. I really think this Blocktopia is gonna be big for the fact that it. All right, so like I say, how Mana and Sandbox and the other ones that's created, you can really just play in them. Blocktopia, you're going to be able to learn. You're going to be able to take classes and go to crypto. You know how to learn about crypto. You can also advertise. So this 21-foot story is skyscraper, 21-story skyscraper. Certain floors are going to be able to have ads. You could put your own ad in there. You know, of course, if you got the right amount of money, as usual, you could put your NFTs in there. And that's the thing with this. I think Blocktopia is going to be a nice investment. And like I say, it's only 10 cents. You know, it's a lot of room to run. You know, it's a lot of room to run at 10 cents. And then you got, shoot, during this retracement, Polygon is down to $2. Engine, Mana, Sandbar, like everything's retracing back. So now it's like starting over. You can really start over. But I think a big part of this metaverse is going to be these gaming tokens, because gaming is going to be a big part of this metaverse. So I feel like
That's just the easiest way to. That's just the easiest way to. Well, for right now, that's just the easiest way for them to figure out how to actually, or another way for them to make transactions when it comes to the cryptocurrency, right? Because initially you can buy stuff with Bitcoin and all this other mess, but how many stores or companies are accepting it just on your local? There's a lot of people who got, yeah, we accept Bitcoin here, we accept Bitcoin there, but it's still not easily transferable from your pocket to the retailer, right?
yeah,
So another way, since the gaming industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, might even be trillions of dollars, and I'm not sure, but before this whole metaverse even exploded, they was doing the Call of Duties and the 2K tournaments or whatever, and they was getting paid with digital dollars and stuff like that. Not even from the championships that they would actually go to, just from the following that they were created. So in essence, Instagram and Facebook created the digital world because everybody's somewhat living digitally,
yeah.
where they put all the information in the fucking web, in the digital space. So they were living digitally if you're on Facebook and all that stuff. So
Like even now, I tell people now, like, all right, so when you get your paycheck, how many people get their check direct deposit? How many of them get the actual physical paper copy check? Or how many get money? You get direct deposit. So then you take your card and you swipe it, and you swipe it. You pay your bills online. As you just say, we do majority of our financial transactions in the digital spot. Like, honestly, when do you do a hand in hand at the grocery store? No, not really, because you can still swipe. I go to the self-serve at the grocery store. Last time I had to buy cash for something is yeah, no comment on that. Last time I had to buy cash for something. Everything most people buy nowadays is credit or debit. When do you physically give, like, to like little kids or something? So this pushback with crypto, that's mostly older people who really, or it's like some people my age and younger, but it's mostly it's like my mother's generation, my mother, my grandmother, the older people who don't quite understand how the market works, So we at the beginning stages. I'm telling you, people, mass adoption is right around the corner, and they're coming in through the gaming. Like he said, the gaming industry is going to get bigger, and that's a big thing. I meant to say about Blocktopia. Hey, you know who's on a Blocktopia team? The guy that created PlayStation virtual reality. That's one of the main creators of Blocktopia. The guy that made PlayStation reality.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Dre and Bougie. Digital. It's the future. Yo, listen. In 20, it is the future. I'm telling people. It's just gonna be a matter of time, and I'm gonna tell you why. COVID-19, COVID caused a lot of things to change. COVID made so much to change because you know what else COVID made? Cleanliness. And you know what's the dirtiest thing in the world? Money, a dollar bill, because it and you at McDonald's, you know what I mean? Scratch your face, grab the money, and this and that. So that's something else about this cryptocurrency. They're gonna stop. They're taking out the hand in hand, the dollar to dollar, the hand in hand transactions. In about 3-4 years, I'm gonna say 5 years max. Fiat currency, which is paper currency, it's gonna be out the door. It's gonna be gone. You know, yeah, so yeah, you want to look at them gaming like Gala token, GALA. That's man, that blew up. And Gala's a good thing. Gala's similar to Engine because it's a token for multiple games on the ETH blockchain. All right, Jones is back in. All right, Jones, what you saying now?
what were we talking about? Blocktopia or the
Gala. I was saying why Gala is a good investment because it's like the token is built for multiple games.
Yeah, so good thing about, yeah, like you said, it's built for multiple games, and what this gaming platform is, we have to find games that are. I mean, obviously, we got to find games that are popular. So that's what they're doing now. They're just throwing all types of games out there, seeing which one is going to connect. So Gala's a good for the, in my opinion, it might be good for the long term. I would even look at it in the I would even look at staking it actually in the actual platform, so they can use their coins or use your money in the actual game, which would give you APY or APR while it's still growing. Um, this is the best time to do it because you got to think this time next year is damn near a year's time. So if it has still a significant APY on it, then you leave everything in there, compounding your return should be significant, even if it drops. Like I'm in one that's 80,000, but I don't expect it to be 80,000 for a year. You know what I mean? I'm expecting it to at least drop 1,000 to 500%, but still over time, I'm gonna take that 80 while they giving it to me.
Yeah, even out staking. And that's the thing, man, with them gaming, like these games like Gala and but yeah, back to you saying High Priest, yeah. McDonald's don't accept dollars and a lot of places too. So cash is out the door because crypto is clean. It's person to person. Like I won't see you. I mean, we don't have to do no hand in hand. I I can't sneeze on the money, and I hate that. We talking to somebody, give them oh, here go a couple of dollars. Like, oh, you was like, wow, like damn, bro. I mean, what platform stakes the most coins? Hotbit. Well, from my experience, Hotbit stakes like it's like a billion coins to stake on Hotbit. So I advise everybody download Hotbit. Crypto.com gives you a lot of staking too. So my advice, high priest, is you want to go find the platform and find what's best for you. But I'm gonna say Hotbit got coins that give you 80,000, like Big Baller that was saying over there, High Roller. He was saying some coins give you 80,000 APY.
Just remember though, these sites, just like how Bitmart got hacked, you know what I mean? These sites can possibly get hacked too. You don't own the coin, so if anything was to happen, you can lose that coin. So if you decide that you want to do some staking, I would suggest go to the actual coins website and stake strictly through the website, strictly through them. Um, it'll take out the middleman. You'll be able to store that coin on a digital wallet like MetaMask or Coinbase wallet or whatever they have at the time, and your funds should be a little more safer.
Yeah, and I want
If
to
if you're
ask you
new,
that.
if you're new to investing,
Now,
what's
I
up,
want to
man?
ask you that, or anybody out there, is it possible to stake your coins in your hardware wallet? Can you stake them if they're like in your hardware wallet though?
I mean, yeah, it's necessarily you giving them away. You get what I'm saying? So once you're not necessarily giving away, you own them, so they're going to be still stored there. But when you send them back to the site, that's where they at.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So even if that site, so say like the Gala platform gets hacked and your coins come up missing, it's still a wrap. Most of them,
Facts.
some of them are insured, so you don't have to worry about that. But a lot of them aren't because that's just normal folks
Oh,
like us.
I'm
Mhm.
glad you brought that up. And my man, um, Donovan Key was talking about this coin in this group called Crypto Crack. Insured DeFi. It's a coin. It's a crypto coin that insures your portfolio. I was checking out this coin last year, but I forgot about it. It fell off my radar. My man Donovan, he put me back up on it. So I'm glad you just brought that up, Jones. I skipped my mind. So it's a coin called Insure. Is it
We talked
EN or
about that a
IN? I
few
forget
weeks
because
ago.
it's like two. Huh?
Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago. I don't know if
Yeah,
we did it over
Insure
here, but
DeFi. It's a coin that insures your portfolio for certain things. But that being
well, that's what
said,
they're
man,
trying. That's what they're trying to build. They're trying to build the network to where it actually insures your transactions. So
yeah.
so from this one here, I will look at it as a long play because
All right,
X-
Donovan, insure.
once XRP gets out of this little situation, then the hedge funds, well, yeah, that too, but then like hedge funds and the money makers, they want to have that insured type coin under their pro. Think about it. Mastercard, Visa, all these folks are going to want that type of insurance on that
Yeah,
platform.
facts.
So any given time, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing go to 1,000 some odd dollars.
And the thing with these hacks, man, crypto is so secure. These hacks are inside jobs.
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no, not necessarily.
well, they have to be like government jobs because if you read the white, if like, all right, so I'm a computer tech. Well, I used to be. I let my license expire, but as I'm reading
Mhm.
some of this stuff, like this shit is super secure, man. And the average person, me and you hacking, shouldn't be able to hack some of these exchanges because some of this layer of
Well, you gotta,
security is like this is
well,
like
you gotta think about it. How much money
uh,
they take?
you taking
It-
billions. So this is
So, so,
governments. I'm thinking
so,
it's like the government backing
nah,
this up. I don't
nah.
think it's just the average Joe. They got a high tech computer. You know what I
You
mean?
gotta think. You gotta think, bro. Most real hackers ain't an average Joe in the first place. So these are the type of cats that's trying to hack into the to Pentagons and other corporations. They can, so yeah, these corporations got all the same stuff and maybe even more than what these developers and what they did with these coins. Because it's only developers who made these coins, bro. It ain't
Yeah,
nothing particular. So yeah, so
facts.
governments
Yeah.
could
Right. Yeah.
governments could fund some hackers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't doubt that at all. But I can just think it's just a group of cats they're just trying to get to the bread, you know what I mean? Just find a little hole in some people's stuff and get busy, you know.
Yeah.
That's just what their profession is. That's how because think about it, hackers don't get no jail time, dog. They might get a year or two, and then they'll get a job when they get out. So don't even matter. You know what I mean? They don't care.
Facts.
They
Facts.
don't care,
And that's
man.
why that's what's holding crypto back. So at the end of the day, all of my whole portfolio is just zeros and ones, bits and bytes. You know what I mean? That's what's holding crypto back. So I think with any other currency, you're able to touch it. It's like tangible, like this little funky dollar. Like I can touch this little funky dollar. These little quarters, like I'm able to actually physically touch this. You physically can touch crypto, and I think that's what's stopping crypto from going mainstream because the tangible effect. Like even if we really don't see our money like that, we go to ATMs, we go direct deposit. We pay with credit debit. If we ever
Well,
want
I
to
can
touch it, you can run to an ATM real quick and just grab a couple of dollars out. And I think that's what's scaring people with crypto. But yeah, back to the
also
point with these portfolios. Other
also think of it
coins
like
like
this, bro. Sorry to cut you off, right? But they can't control a mathematical equation that they didn't create. So if you understand what blockchain truly is, you'll
yeah,
see why governments are trying to lock it all the way down. You'll see why they particularly got XRP on their radar all of a sudden. You dig?
yeah,
Because they knew about XRP 6, 7 years ago, didn't say nothing. XRP been doing the same thing over and over and over. Now all of a sudden you got them in uh, litigation for what, 2 years, 3 years.
yeah. Oh, speaking of that, some other coin I saw was going. litigation. Man, I forgot what the other coin was. It was the other one they about to come through litigation for that same reason. And I'm glad you brought that up. See, the government don't want this crypto because, as he said, it's decentralized. All right, so I don't know. I'm glad you
But
brought
that's the
that up.
thing.
Let's get
That's the
the
thing, bro.
class real quick.
It's not decentral. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's not decentralized. That's just a key. That's just a keyword. There ain't none of this stuff decentralized. Because if you actually look at it, it's still being controlled by the governments. That's why they're not. A lot of them ain't doing their thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's why they're all right. So when the first crypto, all right, that's fact. Look, crypto, all right. So what I meant by decentralized, there's no all right. So here in America, we got the Federal Reserve. You know, we got the first bank of such and such in England. You got the first bank in England. Like, there's no first bank of Bitcoin. So even though our supply, the Bitcoin supply can be controlled, it can't be controlled like the dollar supply, like Tether. Yeah, the US dollar. Yeah, exactly. And speaking of that, USDT, Tether's finna have true competition with the US dollar, the US digital dollar. That's finna be truly Tether. They finna knock Tether out the box. And then Chile. Yeah,
You talking
Chile's
about
gonna have big.
USDC?
Oh, hey, high priest. Chile did it. So did Venezuela's doing it. I think everyone in South and
El
Central America, because
Salvador.
yeah, El Salvador. Yeah, it's like they. You know what? A lot of people. I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people getting tired of the U.S. dollar because wherever our money goes, that's where our laws, our policies, our Oh, that was the other one in yeah, Donovan, USDT. Tether was in litigation. I told you it was like two or three coins the government's going after. But wherever the US money goes, our laws, our policy, our guns, our companies, everything. So poor countries around the world, they getting tired of America. So they like, yo, shit, we can get into Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, you know how to control people. Yeah, everyone in South America, high priest, like pretty much the whole continent is finna get on. And once whole countries is taking on crypto, once whole countries got it, and just think that means the price of Bitcoin is gonna go extremely high because there's only 20 million Bitcoin ever created. So if 50 countries have Bitcoin as their tender, the price of Bitcoin is gonna go up. But honestly, I'm not worried about Bitcoin because I'm not in Bitcoin. I mean, I day trade it, but I'm worried about the alts behind Bitcoin. So that's what we want. We want Bitcoin to get stupid because FOMO applies to all coins. Actually, see, FOMO starts with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the largest coin. That's what everyone knows. Bitcoin is like the cute girl of high school. Everybody wants to know Bitcoin. But there's all kind of coins behind that cute girl that y'all should get to know too. So that's what we want. We want mainstream acceptance for Bitcoin, and I'm really hoping to do because that means Ether, all them like the whole metaverse. Like this is gonna get stupid. I'm telling people in about 2-3 years. Like I keep telling people, go watch the movie Ready Player One. And that's how this is gonna be. Not necessarily all the shooting and stabbing, like well, it could be the government gonna try to lock it down. But the fact that how they put on the goggles and they went into a whole virtual world, that is the Oculus. That's the Facebook Oculus with the goggles. Like I was saying earlier about Blocktopia, the guy that created on the Blocktopia creation team, he created Facebook. He created PlayStation virtual reality. So that's telling you how this is gonna go. Think about PlayStation reality. That person, that whole team of developers that created that, the head of that developer is now part of the Blocktopia virtual reality. The Facebook Oculus, they're laying it all out for us. Like they're putting it all out in the open for us, and people are saying, "Nah, this is weird. This ain't gonna work." Nah, people, I wanna emphasize. I haven't played any of them games. Well, I'm lying. I started playing a game called Upland, and I bought some properties. Anybody in Chicago, I own all of Melvina Ave in Chicago. I'm about to go to Chicago and check out Melvina Ave. But all them other games, though, I haven't played any of them. I just profit. Like I haven't played
You ain't
Sandbox.
missing that.
I know, yeah, the games are very basic. I know. Honestly, the Donovan, hey, tell me about eCash. I haven't heard of that. Tell us about it. Just type it up to eCash. Matter of fact, you can check it out right now. eCash crypto.
I think you'll like it. Check it out. And they got one that's a horse racing one too that just came out. Well, it's been out for a little bit, but you can actually buy and sell horses, stud them, do horse races, and sell them all as NFTs. Yeah.
Mhm.
See, gambling is another way. See, gambling is a way to bring us old folks into the digital world, and the sports game is to bring the young folk into the world, into the
Oh, I
you know
thought
what I
that
mean.
was my computer. It's the screen. The little screen is cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the screen share for eCash right now. All right.
It's
Um,
volatile though.
all right, let me go to Chrome to Zap eCash. What we looking at here?
Yeah, the Avalanche blockchain is really big too.
Yeah, it's on Avalanche. Yeah, I know Avalanche got crazy, bro. Yo, see them cryptos? They be running up on us. All
Yeah,
right,
but you got
where?
to think that's pretty much the platform that everything run on. If I'm not mistaken, like the
Oh,
true
eCash is
platform.
cheap. Look where it's at.
What
I
is it?
like. Where's that? 0.000. I like eCash, Donovan. I like eCash. They got
What is it
staking.
supposed to do though? What is it supposed to do though? Like, just because it's
Um,
you know what I mean? Just because it's
it
cheap, that don't mean
supports
shit.
tokens and dividend payments. You can create your own token with custom name, with customized. Hold up, that's not bad. Just right there, you're able to see the utility in it. Just off of that right there, bro. You're able to support tokens and dividend payments. You can create your own token with a customized name, supply, and all that. So that's for like a company if you want to pay the people. I mean, you can scale.
How long has it been up?
Wow, I'm just going through this usability. Cash address.
You know, I think that was on that master node online that we was looking at one time. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
remember
gonna
because it
check
was at the
this out.
top. It was
All
at
right,
the
we'll
top of
check
the ROI.
the digital cash. Oh, you know what it's trying to be like? I'm gonna come off the screen share. You know how I load my Forex account with the VV load? That's the digital cash. So I'm thinking that they're trying to be something like that. It was called
Sound
Bitcoin.
about right.
Oh, that was Bitcoin Cash, and they
Change
forked.
your name.
Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Yo,
Well,
Avalanche,
you gotta understand why they changed the name though. You gotta figure out why they changed it first. Where they ain't let it get.
huh? Jones went off. I don't know. He's out, but he was saying they changed the name probably because they wanted to move away from the name Bitcoin and try something new. Most likely, that's what I'm guessing. Because whenever they have a fork, most of the times like Ethereum fork, Ethereum Classic, or ETH 2.0, or Doge, Doge fork from Verge. I think they normally change the name because they want to get away from the previous team and they want to show us a completely different project. You know, so yeah, that's a good one. Shoot, the eCash is good, and also Avalanche. So that would be my advice for anyone who's like Jones coming back in. That may be my advice to anyone that's looking for a coin to invest, but you don't know where to, or you know where to invest, but you're looking for a long-term project. Look for a coin that's used for a bunch of different projects. Like I feel like that's a coin that can't fail, like ETH. Even though ETH
Sustainable,
got, huh?
sustainable projects.
Very sustainable. Yeah, sustainable. ETH got them silly ass gas fees, but so much stuff is powered off ETH. ETH is not going nowhere. Even though Solana is like the ETH killer because they don't have much gas fees, not too much things is powered on the Solana gas chain, blockchain as of now. As of now. So I would feel like a good long-term investment will be ETH because ETH is going to chase Bitcoin. Bitcoin go, ETH go, then the rest of the arts. So even though ETH is an altcoin by definition, I like to put them together because when Bitcoin go, ETH go, when Bitcoin fall, ETH fall, then the alts follow them both.
Those would
So
be those would be good to day trade. Like, I remember our last conversation. I was like, or the last Zoom was like, Ether might go or Bitcoin might go to the fours, 47s,
it did
45s. Then it dropped to the fours. You know what I mean? Yeah, we
exactly
like
right
to.
where we said.
Yeah, we get down like that. But long story short,
Yeah, don't even need to toot the horn.
yeah, just a little quick. Somebody got to do it once in a while, right? But if you decide you want to get into like just trading, you don't want to hold your money, Bitcoin is one of those things you can do. You can only buy, you can't buy and sell just like on the average, like the Cash App. If you seen it get to 45, you could have put some money into it, still let it sit there because it's still going to increase. The value is going to increase. Once you know it gets to 55 or whatever you feel comfortable with, you take your money out. You know what I'm saying? Then you straight. You can do that with Bitcoin because it's a stable coin and it's easier to do. You can do it on Cash App. You can do it on any other exchange you want to. You take it from there. Even if you're a stock trader, you do technical analysis and you enter and get out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's a good because it's a big steady coin. Yeah. Oops. So yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. You can go right to Cash App, hop in, put your little $50 in. That little 50 might turn to $60.
I mean, think about it. From 45 to 47 to what? Think about it. It's gonna go to 60 before year's end, probably.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, right in January. So you want to go to 60, you still how much bread that's gonna be, just with that quick little 50 to 100 bucks in there.
Yeah. So look at it like that, folks. Look at it like that. Don't always hey, I want to emphasize you don't have to play these games to profit off the metaverse. You don't even got to know what the metaverse is. But I tell people you want to start learning. You want to start just like I would like. All right, so on my personal page, I post a coin every day. So people who don't know about it can probably do some research, or you could Google. All right, I could put some more coins in these comments. Like on my previous lives, me and Jones and gave out plenty of coins to check. Coins underneath $1, coins underneath 10 cents. Like I say, I will always tell people to look for a coin, sustainability. I
Trading
seen a
journal.
bunch of. Oh yeah, you want to have a trading journal too, yeah. So you can always keep track of what you bought, when you bought it, why you buy it, because this is your money, And I'm talking to you as I'm not talking to myself too, because I forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like this. It's all psychological, like anything else, right? So don't trade anything you're afraid to lose. So for me, I started off with a couple hundred. We do that with shoes, out to dinner. We do that. You know what I mean? We do that just on some humbug stuff, right? We all do that. So you start with that 200. Don't go out to dinner that night or whatever the case. A lot of times that 200 ain't really gonna hurt you. Just some people put that 200 into your trading, onto your investments, and then take it seriously. You know what I mean? Don't even be all over the place. Follow one thing at a time. Since Bitcoin is the big dog, you just get in and get out when you think it's gonna move up.
Just treat it like it's a job. At the end of the day, this hobby can be life sustaining if you do it right, and that's real spit. Like a lot of people, like, I mean, listen, it all starts. If you read the book How to Think and Grow Rich, everything starts from an idea in the brain. It doesn't matter what the tallest building, Empire State Building, that started as somebody was thinking, I want to build a tall building. What shall I call it? Empire State Building. There we go. And they, you know what I mean? And they went on a process to pay to get it built. So when I talk to people always, oh man, I don't got enough money, or I don't know what I'm doing. Man, don't let that stop you. Because believe me, when you owe the government, they're not gonna say, oh man, you ain't got that much money. I'm not gonna tax you. They're gonna tax you like they tax anyone else. Billionaires, zillionaires.
Folks got the bread, dog. Let's not get it twisted. People got the money. I'm not saying everybody got it, but you got the money. You understand what I'm saying? You can put $100 in there and start producing stuff. And start investing. Yeah. Right? Since we can't. We don't make excuse for nobody else. You got the bread to do so. Put the money in there. Focus, and let's get busy.
Yeah, get busy.
That's just real, like.
Nah, I'm sorry, Jones. What you saying?
No, I was just rambling, man. I just want folks to.
Yeah, I ramble.
You can't be afraid. Put that 100, 200 bucks in there. Some folks are gonna get a couple dollars in income taxes. I mean, some people get enough during the week where they can put $25 up a week, right? So at the end of the week, you got $100. Now you put that 100 beans into something, right? Simple as that. Like, and then in the meantime, between time, you're gonna study, look for coins, work out your plan of what makes you comfortable within your trading, and then you start executing. You can always fake like you're trading a Bitcoin. Okay, I think I should buy it here. You write it down. You don't have to buy it. Just say I bought Bitcoin at whatever, 45,000. Okay, now it's at 50,000, so I made the right freaking call. Things like that.
No, that's the realest thing ever, people. At the end of the day, when you got your trading journal, like I could. That's one thing I can talk to. I'm blue in the face about this trading journal because, like, so if you want to learn how to trade, you can go to Warren Buffett School of Trading. You can watch a million YouTube videos. You can listen to me forever, but your best teacher is going to be you writing in that book. And at the end of that week, you go back and read what you wrote, and you look what happened, what you wrote. You're going to be your best teacher, believe it or not. I mean, that's one thing I can emphasize. Anybody get that journal. Make sure you write the price, why you bought it, what was you thinking. I mean, treat this shit like dear diary. Today I bought Bitcoin or whatever you buy. Cause that's like me. I'm a forex trader, so when I do my trades, whatever, I write in the diary. I bought such and such at such and such time because I thought this RSI blah 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 blah. Then when the trade go right, trade go wrong, you just play that tape back. And that's like the biggest advice to anybody want to learn how to trade. Keep a trading journal, man. And take it seriously. Because you think about it, anything you got good at, you took it seriously. Like anything. And I feel like there's some
Bro,
shit.
it took me 2.5 years. It took me 2.5 years to be consistently profitable in Forex. 2.5 years. Every day. Not all day, but every day. You know what I mean? Hour, two a day studying, not including chart time. So yeah, it sounds like a lot, but when you in it, it don't even be that way.
Yeah.
You
Don't
understand what I'm saying?
I get money because you're like shit. If I get this down, I'm gonna get paid. So
Now
you
listen,
bring
man, listen, bro. God is good. You understand?
I know, my friend. And that's why we're trying to tell people, man, when you learn how to trade, and it's like I say, you could trade once a week, or you could trade on a monthly. Like you really don't have to do this every day like day traders, but man, like I just tell people, get back to this crypto though, bro. You get this crypto, you get these right coins. Like I say, Blocktopia, it's only 9 cents. You know, nines. I mean, now it's probably up to actually, it might have retraced back to 8, 7. I'm kind of hoping, honestly, I hope this little quote unquote bear retracement lasts longer. I hope Blocktopia dropped to like 5.
Shit's gonna start popping off. Excuse me. Stuff's about to start popping off Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also download Crypto Bubbles. Everybody
Great app.
download that
Yeah.
on your app store. Excuse my language, but download Crypto Bubbles. That there you can just open it up and you can automatically just it'll show you what's been moving in the last 24 hours, week, whatever you just however you decide you want to trade. If you're ready to look at it, if you go over to like a year, I would say 80% to 95% of coins. Let's say 95% of coins, all of them are in the green. All of them have minimum of 100+% average in gains. A lot of them are 1,000, a lot of them 1,000% just by holding them for 1 year.
I know,
So now
yo,
imagine staking and holding.
when you peep that chart, like you just said, the yearly chart, you're like, oh my god, bro. That's when, damn.
Yeah, so just imagine if you're staking it as well as just climbing in return, climbing anyway. So you get like the best of both worlds. So you stake 100 coins, like I forgot which ones I got right now. I'm staking a few different ones. But like the Santa coin, right? I got a few thousand of those, or a few hundred of those. Think about if it just double up in price. I'm automatically good. It's almost like a housing. While you similar like to holding your money in a house, you know?
Yeah. Hey, so I put some tokens in the chart in the chat. I just typed just off the top of my head some tokens.
Yo, for the people who are investors or traders who have been doing it for like a year or so, look into the ETFs because if you believe in leverage and you believe in that coin, you can kill actually three birds with one stone because sometimes you can stake it, put some money in the ETF as well as have it holding it for the long term,
Yeah. And spread that investment, diversify it. Like my man the Jizza say, diversify your bonds. You know what I mean? Spread them around, baby. Spread it around. Because like that's the thing with this metaverse. It's so much money out there, so much projects that I was getting. I'm getting frustrated because like Jones would tell you, I have a tendency I worry myself blind. I worry myself crazy for no reason. There's all these projects and not enough money, and it's like you know what? I'm focused on Blocktopia. I'm throwing all my weight behind Block because it's like, I mean, I got a couple other projects too, like I said, Gala games. I'm on that. I'm on like, all right, so I'm on like 5 projects actually. Alien World, you know what I mean? Red Fox Lab is a good one. Red Fox Lab, it's a crypto project focused on Southeast Asia, you know, and that's a man, Jones just popped out again. Where you go? I'm gonna put that in the freaking comment section. And the red that's cheap. It's like 20 cents. But when you read their white paper, I mean, it's kind of bland because of course a bunch of the white papers are bland, but their concept is good. They're not really a game token per se. They basing on blockchain and from Southeast Asia. So you know, like China's not Southeast Asia. That's more well, I mean, it's more northern, but it's everywhere Asia, not China. Let's just say like Vietnam, Thailand, Tibet. And, oh, you know, in that area that's not China, which is that's a great. I feel like that's a great investment premise for the simple fact Asia. You know, it's a lot of people in Asia. It's a lot of Asians. There's a lot of people over there, and you know, I feel like once China, which is in the northern part above these countries, once they like take hold and put, you know, because China going to apply pressure, put the game down. Oh, I think Jones is back in. The rest of Southeast Asia follow. So Red Fox Lab, that's another one I'm going with too. But yeah, I would just say read the white paper. You know, look for strong cryptos that got good projects, good sounding projects, because a bunch of them had the same kind of bland name so far. But you got as people king, they're all in the beginning stages, so they really can't think with so much. So even though like to get like the games mana sandbox, they are a lot of basic. It's like the Sims, a computer game, but I feel like they made it basic for a purpose. They didn't want to make it too complicated for the average user, for like an older person, you know, or they just want to make it where you can go on there, blah 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 blah. But some, I want to say some of these cryptos, some of these metaverses though, some of them are going to be work based. It's important to understand that not all these metaverses are going to be just for me to play online poker with some chick in China that I'm not going to see. A lot of this stuff is going to be for people who have jobs to take their ass to work, but they're not going to go physical. They're going to put on some goggles or put on some type of thing where you're in this metaverse. You're going to be in your office. So it's important to realize that there's so many different ways you can go with this. A lot it's not just play. It's not just to meet people and interact with. I mean, a lot is going to be work. So people that got office jobs, you know how you working from home now. You're gonna be doing that same concept, but you're gonna be in the metaverse, and your boss can be right there, like, "Yo, get to work." So that being said, you just want to know about these different projects.
That's a fact.
Man. So shit, we've been on for about an hour. Anybody got any more questions? You know, I just ramble on. I just go on forever today. All right, people. So yeah, just check out those coins we put in the search engine. Like I said, if you got any questions, the inbox always open. Just slide in the box, or my man Trader Jones, hop in his joint. You know, I'm always free for questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I think the dollar's gonna get weak, man.
Oh, our little Forex update real quick. I'm glad you brought that up. Hold on. What's a good site to learn about crypto? Jones, what you think?
Well, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say because there isn't really a good site that you can learn about crypto. Because if you're trying to learn about a project, you need to go directly to that website. if you try to learn about that project. If you're trying to learn how to trade crypto, you just pretty much need to learn technical analysis. Technical
Mm.
analysis goes doesn't matter what instrument you're trading. TA is TA. So now if you're just trying to figure out if you're new and just trying to figure out what crypto to trade, think about something that is sustainable for the future. So energy, communications, healthcare, things like that, right? You look for those things, you can invest in those because those are more of a long term play where you can kind of just set it and forget. Continue add your position over time. If you just want to get in and get out, follow the hype, then do so. But I don't suggest that in the beginning. So I will research popular and do this. Research the top three industries right now. So it might be industrial, healthcare, and then let's say food, right? Then I would break those down into what cryptocurrencies are actually trying to solve a problem in those industries. Dig? So once you find out the cryptos that are trying to solve the problem in those industries, then you basically you have a list of let's say 10 apiece. So now you take that 10, you start digging deeper and seeing if this looks like a legitimate company or not, right? If they have a lot of transactions, if their coin is actually being used um, in a commercial setting or in a real time setting, and not just everything is digital and you have and it's creating its own ecosystem. When they say they're creating their own ecosystem, they're basically trying to build the popularity of their coin within themselves.
Yep.
And that can go left to right. Most 9 times out of 10 it goes left. You dig? So look for something in the energy space, marijuana space, healthcare space that's trying to help that industry be more sustainable and more efficient. And that'll be where I suggest you start.
Yeah, I would just say go to like coinmarketcap.com and just go from there. They got like the coins, like the different, you know what I mean? Got them by error, what have you, what have you. Because I am sure. Yeah, because like it's so many different, like Jones was just saying, bro. It's so many websites to go to. Oh, where do you go? He's going in and out again. There's so many different websites to go to learn about crypto. So what do you want to know about? You want to know about the, like he was saying, how to trade it, what the coin does, how much it costs. Like Coin Market Cap, that's a good spot to go to. You know what I mean? They got them by sector. Then you can click on the coin you want, and it'll take you to the white page. See, the white page of the coin is like the operating statement of a company. You know, with things like that. You want to know about how, yeah, you want to know about things like that. Just go to the coin, the white page. Like my man was saying, do you want to trade it? Do you want to just hold it? There's so many different ways we can go with this. But yeah, that's I mean, again though, I would say a sector to go to would be like he was saying, man. Like, all right, so on the site, on the platform I mess with, Hotbit, they got it by sector, and it's so much easier to look for a coin because they got it by like gaming tokens, meme coins, metaverse, forks. They got them like that. So when you go by, it's so much easier. Then once you look for the coin you want, then you can go from there. Oh, I forgot my music was playing. I meant to. My man, I forgot it was playing. I thought it was coming from next door really because I was talking about forward crypto. Yeah, man, when you get on them coins though, so like, and when you go from there by the sectors or the usage of the coin, because again, you got to know about the you got to know about the coins. I mean, you got to know why. Like, all right, so I'm in Sandbox, Mana. I'm in the coins I'm in because they're gaming tokens and they're going to be used for these. As long as these games pop off, these coins are going to be used. But that's why I'm in the coins I'm in. So you got to figure out why you want this project. Now some projects just keep it 100. Part of my friends, some are just shit projects. Some of them doing for a quick flip, cheap. I mean, those like me personally, I wouldn't tell anyone to trade those, but they quick flip coins. You know what I mean? So
But that's what I'm saying. If you're not into it for a year or so, I wouldn't do it because you'll lose your money real quick. Because still, people are still holding cheap coin. They ain't returned nothing yet.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you on Coin. I know when I saw Sheeb on Coinbase, I was like, "What Coinbase? Yo, Coinbase have all these good coins out, and they got Sheeb." I'm like, all these fucking coins. When they don't even got Sandbox on Coinbase, but they got Sheeb.
Yeah, it's all hype.
They tripping now. You know what I mean, no Blocktopia, but they got Sheeb. I'm like, yeah, they just that was a cash grab for everybody included. So yeah, man. On that note, I'm trying to think like, off the top of the dome piece. I really can't think of nothing. Like, if you got any question, like I say, you want to look at Blocktopia. That's a nice pay. That's a good coin. Like I say, 10. Let me check the price real quick. See, they did a retrace back. We in the middle of a nasty retracement.
All right, bro. I gotta go check this forex real quick, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, Jones, I'll be there behind you in about a couple more minutes, babe.
All right, peace.
Yeah, Blocktopia is 9 cents. Ooh, hurt piece. It's at 8 cents. It had to be Sandbox. Sheesh. Yeah, Gala, Wax. Oh, that was Wax token that fit. Well, Wax is 44 cents. Wow. I'm looking at my other. So, all right. So, multiple platforms too. Now, it's good to have. See, me, I got certain coins on certain platforms because they don't have like Blocktopia, Wax Coin, Sandbox, Gala Games, Ref. Like those aren't on Coinbase. So that's why I have multiple. And also, I like the staking fees on Hotbit. So you want to know about some exchanges. You want to look for the exchanges that got good staking fees and that you feel more secure with. And exchanges that's that you feel more comfortable with. Some of this, like honestly, I don't like those swaps. I don't like going anywhere where I got a swap. I just don't like put it in the pool. That just sits bad with me. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. I'm old fashioned like that. I don't like nothing I got to swap. So if I got to swap a coin, I most likely I won't even mess with the coin. But the coins you got to swap, if you keep looking, you can find them on exchanges. And that's why I like about Hotbit, because Hotbit got a lot of coins. Like I was telling Dre here. So you want to learn about the coin. Hotbit, well, you don't have it, but you would have can't see my. I guess I could. No, I can't screen share my phone. But when you go to market and you click on sector, it got so many sectors of different coins. It got GameFi, Metaverse, SocialFi, Web3, Polkadot, Meme, Layer 2, Solana. I mean, you really got like sectors. So you click on the sector and you see all the coins in that specific sector. And like it's good, but it's depressing because there's so much money out there on this floor, man, and you just I can't get it all. And it's like, man, you gotta make it. This is like, wow, man, this is rough. It's really rough. It's really rough how to pick and choose. But yeah, man. So the exchanges you choose and the coins you choose, you got to know what you have in mind. Like me, I'm a day trader. Even though I day trade forex, I still bring my day trader mindset to crypto. So some of these coins I can see up front it's a shit coin. I can stare at the chart and see it's at its all time low. That's why it jumped up because it was at the low of the previous period. And a lot of people don't see that FOMO. So again, I'm just rambling on now. I'm just rambling. I've been over about an hour. But the thing you gotta learn how to read the chart and you gotta know about the coin itself. Because they all sound good. And you gotta know about FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. What's up, Wayne? Hey yo, Jones was just on. Yo, we around 9:30, we doing some chart work on Forex. So in a little Zoom joint, in the inbox group, we can call you there. We just chop it up in there if y'all down. But that's the other forex trader or the squad. But yeah, man. So you got to know what the company does. You want to know if you feel confident in the project because like everybody white paper says the same thing. They're trying to make a robust environment. That's because they're a new company and they want us to use their coins to build an environment. So they all going to say the same thing. somewhat. So you want to go deeper, like Blocktopia, I really like because it's very in depth. They got a lot of they got advertising. You can actually just go on Blocktopia and just play the game, or you can just advertise yourself, like your company, pay to advertise, or you can create NFTs, or you can go there just to learn. Like they have like 4 or 5 different avenues that they're gonna get their. It's gonna be a good investment. It's gonna be good. So that's why me personally, that's why I check out things like that. That's the coins I would check out. Blocktopia. Like I say, Mana, Sandbox. For that reason, these games are being used. Engine. I like Engine Coin because the Engine games is like 6, 7 games that run on Engine. For the same way I like Gala, and Gala's cheap. Gala's like 55 cents for a token. Like Gala is wow. Like Engine, it retraces like 271. What is it? Gala games? It's 47 cents a token. For 47 cents. That's like 47 cents. 2 for 1. You know what I mean? You just running like that. 50 get you 25, 100 get you 50. And like I say, don't let these small numbers get you because you gotta start somewhere. And just think, Mana was 16 cent once. Sandbox was 16 cent once. And I'm so mad. I was on them, but I got out because I'm a trader. Like, oof. We all got our ghosts in the cloud that we sit there and think about. So yeah, people, don't let your your perceived lack of income, don't let that stop you. $10 a week, $15 a week. You got to start somewhere. Get a few coins in your portfolio. If you don't feel comfortable getting a bigger coin, get a cheaper coin. Get more bang for the buck. Like I keep saying, block 10 cent. 10 cent to $1 is a 10-time increase. $5 to $10, that's only 2 times. So you got to think. So you got to start thinking of a trader mindset, a cost-effective mindset. You got to think how a day trader think now, or just not even a day trader. Just think of a flip. You're trying to flip something. So you get it for 10 cent up to $1. That's 10 times on your money. You buy it for $5. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do not let me get anyone out from trading because as we see, shit go from $5 to $80 in no time. But like Gala game's a good example. That was just like 6 cents like 2 weeks ago. Now it's up to 47 cents. 6 and 8 is what? 48. 8 times increase. You put your little $1,000 and you would have got $8,000 in about 3 weeks. There's no bank account in the world that does that. So you want to also, that's why people mess with crypto for the smaller coins. The smaller coin, the bigger the flip. But the bigger coins are more secure, so then they're not as volatile. So you got to look at it like that. Do you want the volatility of the smaller coins? See, this is when you come your risk factor. You got to know your tolerance. And I can tell a lot of people are not used to trading because now this is where buy the dip comes in and you guys are just freaking out. Everybody, so you guys have low risk tolerance. So you should stick to bigger coins because this is buying a dip. If you in the crypto is the most volatile of all markets. So the movement in this crypto market is going to be more volatile than the stock market or the bond market it's going to be way more volatile because this is a volatile market. So you guys want to know your risk tolerance, and you guys got low risk tolerance, extremely low risk tolerances. You know what I mean? So my advice is to go to a Bitcoin, a big coin, not Bitcoin, but a bigger coin, I should say, ETH. Bitcoin, Avalanche, Klima. There's so many bigger coins out there that's not as volatile as a small coin. But if you have a risk tolerance and you understand how to read charts and you understand how the market moves, my advice is get a smaller coin because you can get a good flip. Blocktopia, I keep bringing that up. 10 to 80. 10 to matter of fact, what a coin just flipped? Smooth Love Potion was like 2 cents. That was up to 6 cents. That was a triple. 2 to 6 is 3 times flip. So that's why me personally, even though the bigger metaverse projects like Engine, Sand, Mana, I'm in them heavy, but I'm also in those smaller projects too, the ones that's a penny or less than a penny. That's the big flips. Those are the flips that make me be like, man, I ain't talking to none of you. I'm rich. You know what I mean? Those are the flips, and that's why people deal with crypto, and that's FOMO, and that's what causes the price to go up in some of these coins. But you also want to look for good projects. And I keep saying, Bitcoin was $1 at one point. ETH was $1 at one point. Litecoin, it all was low at one point. So the thing is, your due diligence find the next ETH, the next block, next Bitcoin. And that's why I'm gonna keep bringing Blocktopia, because I really think that's gonna be the next Mana sandbox. I think that's gonna be that. It's gonna be like Mana and sandbox mixed though, because there's so much they're trying to do. You see the team, they got Jake Paul behind them. They got whole team of developers. They got like a team. They're really gonna push this coin up. And been over like an hour and 5 minutes, people. I'm just talking. I just love my sound of my own voice. Jesus Christ. So that note, let me go on and hop up off this. You're gonna do some Forex trading. You guys got any Forex questions? Holla at us too, because we Forex traders too. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, you got any questions about this market? Slide in the inbox. Trader Die. I'm always available for questions. My man Mark, Trader Jones, he's always available.
Yes,
G7 Global Investments, people, just hit us up. All right, holla.